Hey buddy, thanks for tuning in to today's video. You can have a quick look at the chance of some thundery weather coming up on Friday. We've got a very warm week to come this week. In fact, quite hot really in the south. Temperatures possibly at around 30 degrees, 86 Fahrenheit across some southern parts of the country through Tuesday and Wednesday. So it is going to be quite a warm and a hot week. And then it's all going to break down as we go towards Friday. Friday, the opening day of the Olympic ceremony, of course. So the organisers of the Olympics will be watching these charts, I'm sure, with great interest. So it's all going to break down on Friday, and it could break down into thunder. Although there is some doubt about this. It's certainly going to break down and get a lot cooler, but the thunder side of things, as ever really for this country, is in some doubt. Anyway, I just want to talk about the advertising. There'll usually be a video ad overlaying my web videos at gavsweathervids.com. Please play those video ads. You'll be supporting gavsweathervids.com if you do that. So this is the pressure chart for midnight on Friday, the 27th of July. And two things are of interest here. We've got this area of low pressure, this trough to the north of the country, and we've also got this thundery low moving up out of the Bay of Biscay. Now, what's going to happen is that these two weather systems are really going to merge and form an area of low pressure. Where that happens, that's where we've got the risk of thunder. So by the time we get through to 6 o'clock in the evening on Friday, we have got this very slack area of low pressure over the country now. But the centre of that low, which is indicated by this T here, I don't know if you can see that, there's a T just there off the coast of southeastern England. That's the centre of the low pressure, and that's probably where the greatest risk of the thunderstorms will be, and to the east of that. So certainly France, the Low Countries, Belgium, Holland, going to get a lot of very, very thundery weather through the end of the week and into next weekend. But whether that thunder gets to us, it is open to some question. The worst of it could move off to the east, actually. These are the upper air temperatures for 6 o'clock in the evening on Friday, and very warm gradients here, very warm temperatures at 850 millibars, hot weather to the southeast. The cool weather coming down from the north, as indicated by this 5 line here in the yellow colours. That's what's triggering the thunder really, as the cool air comes up against that hotter air. For dew points indicating humidity, really, well, very high dew points here. It's going to be very sticky to end the week, very warm and humid. And for convective potential, this is telling us where we've got the greatest risk of the thunderstorms. The brighter the colours, the greater the convection, the convective potential. And we can see that the greatest risk of convection will be through much of northern and eastern France and through the Low Country. We've got these very vibrant yellows, reds and pinks here across these areas. Some convective potential though through southern parts of the British Isles. I've got greens and yellows here, so we do have the risk of convective potential across England and Wales on Friday if it all works out in our favour. So these are the precipitation charts. This is for lunchtime on Friday. We have got precipitation here across East Anglia, the East Midlands, South East England. This is very likely to be thundery, I think, through Friday afternoon. Then there's going to Friday evening, that first area of thundery weather moves away to the east, but we've got more storms possibly blowing up across northern France as we go through Friday night into Saturday. Those storms start to move northwards, pushing onto the south coast by midnight on Saturday, and then pushing into this southeastern corner as we go into Saturday morning. Now, not all of those storms will be, not all of that rain will be thundery, because we have a look at the convective potential for Saturday morning, and we can see we've lost a lot of that convective potential across southeastern England. So some of that will just be thundery rain, but wouldn't rule out that there'll be thunderstorms mixed in. But the greatest risk of thunderstorms, I think, will be with this area of low pressure. And it's generally on this morning's models to the east of the country. So I think really it's looking for France and the Low Countries with the greatest risk of thunder. But I wouldn't rule out thunder for central, southern and southeastern parts of England as well on Friday. Now this is the ECMWF model, and this is for midnight on Friday morning, and we can see we've got this thundery low coming up from south. There's the cooler trough coming down from the north as well. As we get through to midnight on Saturday, we've got that area of thundery low pressure to the east of the country, and we're pulling down this very cool, much cooler northerly wind down across the country. So whatever happens, it is going to turn much cooler as we go through to next weekend or to the weekend. But whether we get the thunder, that's what's open to question. And finally, the Canadian model for GEM, we've got that thundery low again to the south of the country midnight on Friday. As we go through Friday, what we're going to see is that low pressure pushing northwards. This doesn't have the cool trough coming down from the north, so that may give us a greater risk of thunder if that happens. Notice that T is actually further westwards there, and it's coming into the southern coast actually of England. So I think the Canadian model is probably indicating a greater risk of thunderstorms, and that low pressure there is now centred right over the country as opposed to being to the east of the country at midnight on Saturday. So if it works out like the Canadian model wants it to work it out as, we will have a much greater risk of thunderstorms, particularly in the south and the east, but almost anywhere. If this model comes off, we do have a greater risk of thunderstorms Friday and into Saturday. So there's a lot of question marks around this, a lot of uncertainty. Whatever happens, it's going to cool down. So if you like the heat, make the most of the next 4 or 5 days, because beyond Friday, it is cooling down. Now, whether it cools down in the form of thunderstorms or just thundery rain, or whether we don't see much rain at all and it just turns generally cooler from the north, we're going to have to wait a few more days for the models to decide on what's going to happen. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.